Today we have a special treat. This is something that we only cook up a couple times a year, and it's usually during the cod fishing season. We're gonna bring you some fish stew. This is full flavor, bursting with flavor. It's absolutely delicious. We're gonna use a rounder, and a rounder is a smaller cod, and it's the full cod. So we're gonna clean the cod, cut the head off, cut the tail off, and skin it. We're gonna place that right in the pot. And we actually have 2 rounders that we're gonna use. We're gonna let that cook in the pot with all the vegetables. This is full of flavor, absolutely delicious. And well, the cod goes in later. It doesn't take long for cod to cook, but all those flavors are gonna come together into one of the best stews you've ever had. So we chopping up the onion or keeping the onion like it is?
No, we chop the onion. Some salt beef, chop it up.
So we're cubing up the salt beef.
Yeah.
Or some people calls it corned beef. Beef in salt brine.
That being soaking overnight, these would be too salt.
So we cooked the salt beef for about an hour.
An hour, and then before you add anything else, well, add the onion. Before you add anything else, taste your brine. See it's not too salt, because you might have to add more water to get it down.
So he basically wants it the same size for soups, because it's fish soup.
Yes. But you gotta wait. You gotta wait till your water comes to boil, and then you time it.
For about an hour. You put the lid on?
Yep. Then you get done. Then you another bowl. Timer. Turn up on high. Lid. Go with another nice day. Put it in cubes. And throw it all in.
So we're going to taste the brine first.
Yep. Take a bit off and taste it. See it. Too salt?
No.
You let that boil another hour, 15 minutes, and then you add your fish and your potatoes.
We're just going to peel some of these potatoes. Of course, Dad wants peel left on some. So now we're just going to dice up the potatoes, same as you would for stew. So we got them all cut up, all diced up. Now we're going to add them to the pot. Here we go. There we go. Look at that. Look at that. Just add our beautiful potato. This is going to be incredible today. Here we go. We're going to get Father to come out and add the codfish. Look at this. Look at the codfish.
Cut it in cubes like that, but you keep it intact.
So you don't cut it all the way through?
No. See? Now you throw that right in the pot.
So he just throws it right on top, lets it steam more or less.
This is steam. Might need to drop more water on it. Get the boss and look at it.
All right.
Drop of water.
Boss, you're needed. Do it need more water?
Not at all. Not very much.
I didn't think it would be very much.
That's plenty. Now we gotta do doughboys.
Oh, doughboys. Did you hear that? We're having doughboys. Doughboys. I've had that before in pea soup. You've seen that video. I'll actually link that video to the end, and you can go watch it after you're done with this one. Doughboys. Newfoundlanders know what a doughboy is.
Remember, I forget how to make doughboys.
You're going to make them.
And you're going to talk on it. Because I forget. I showed you in the beginning.
Oh, oh, you showed me in the beginning. Bullshit. A small lot of that you showed me.
So the flour is in the bucket.
No, you didn't.
Because we don't like it to get damp in the garage. So these are the doughboys. And Mother can't give measurements because everything is by texture and the way it looks.
I'd say about a cup and a half there.
There.
That's what I'm thinking.
I'll take a cup.
Of course he would. And that's
About a spoonful and a half.
Two teaspoons. That's 2 tablespoons.
heaping tablespoons of what?
Yeah.
Of
Baking
what?
powder.
Baking powder.
Baking powder, yeah. Bit of sugar.
Tablespoon of
Sugar.
sugar.
Now, I use a shortening, but not all that good for you,
Well, that's what makes it so good.
but don't really matter.
2 tablespoons of
A lot of people use butter. Some people use milk too when they
Mix it and then add water for texture. So you want same texture as dough.
yeah.
yeah.
And it takes in a spoonful like this.
Oh, that fish looking good.
Smells good.
Yeah. Put it on side. Okay.
So how long did the doughboys go in for?
you put the cover on and you don't touch it for 10 minutes. You take it and it's done.
And you don't have to turn them over
No,
No.
You don't do nothing.
you could stab them, see if they won't be soggy.
or doughy
I
inside.
don't do nothing.
Your mom don't.
No.
And her doughboys turns out pretty good.
10 minutes.
Even
That's
if I
it.
got to say it.
I don't know how much you really learn from this process of making doughboys, but it's something that Mom can't write down, because if you add too much water, then you have to go back and add a little bit of more flour. You know, it's the texture. As long as you got your main ingredients, the amounts in there correctly, then it's just the texture like dough. But it's not exactly like dough. It's very sticky dough. Remember that when you spooned it in, it was very sticky. So it's not like dough where you want to keep adding flour to get that stickiness away from it. You want the stickiness. And doughboys, I know what some of you thinking, oh, dough, you're eating dough. Nah, you gotta try this with the stew, and you take a little bit of the doughboy and you eat it with the stew. This is a Newfoundland delicacy. And when you think, because you gotta think kind of outside the box, you gotta think traditional foods. And there's not many places where traditional foods goes wrong, right? They are always delicious because it's usually very basic ingredients, but the right ingredients combined makes for a delicious dish. This is one of the best. Fish stew using codfish and doughboys. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful doughboys. Look at that. There we go. Just pour it in. There we go. That's fish. Fish stew, fish stew, fish stew. Look at this. Let's get a bit of cod. There we go. Look at that broth. Look at that broth. Let's get some turnip. Let's get down there and get some vegetables. Ooh, that's hot. Let's get a little bit more cod. There we go. Your doughboys, yeah, it's dough, but with this broth, look at the broth. So flavorful. Take a little bit of doughboy, sample your broth, get your vegetables. Ooh, that's amazing. You got your white cod, fresh codfish that I caught last weekend. I think this is probably the best one Mom made. Even though Dad would take credit for it, he did a lot of the work. But Mom was the taste tester to make sure everything was on par. Amazing. If you enjoyed this video and enjoyed these types of recipes, check out our doughboys over here with some pea soup. Absolutely delicious. Just as good or better. We'll see you in our next video.